What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Casper Chronicles. As always, this is your boy Casper, and today I decided I was going to show off my pure dinosaur deck profile. This is post-eternity code and Toon Chaos, but there's really nothing in here from Toon Chaos. It's pretty fairly consistent. This does not run extravagance at all. Extravagance is really expensive, and I don't see the need for it because this deck is pretty consistent in and of itself. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so first things first, we play 3 Soul Eating Overreactor. This is the heart and soul of the deck, the Rhoda, if you will. The main combo piece, aside from the next card, which is Miscellaneous Source. Also play 3 of those. If you draw this card and you draw a baby, that's full combo. I can, if we get this video to say 15 likes, since we're just starting out, I'll do a full combo video. I'll show you all the combo and see what boards we can end up with. But Miscellaneous is pretty ridiculous too, because it protects you from Nibiru, and once you get to a certain point in the combo, if they Nibiru you, all your dinos stay, and only certain cards go away that aren't dinos because of Miscellaneous Source. So, it's pretty broken, I must say. All right. Next we play. We do max out on the baby, the good baby, as I call it. I really wish this was hollowed out. Konami really dropped the ball again. However, I do believe that this deck is going to get hit in some way, shape, or form, just because of Miscellaneous and how ridiculously broken it is. And there's you got 3 OV, you got the 3 Miscellaneous, you got 3 Fossil Days, so there's like 9 ways to get to it. So it is ridiculous. Then I only play 2 of these. I mean, it's just more babies, but this one is mainly I use it to bring out Pankratops. And then, I mean, obviously, if you draw one of these babies, I mean, it's still full combo with Miscellaneous, because with Miscellaneous, you can then bring out this guy. This is the new Dinosaur from the Eternity Code booster set. He is ridiculous. You basically pop the baby in your hand because you pitch Miscellaneous for the first effect. And then you banish him, bring this guy out, pop a baby, search the pill, and then just go off from there. It's pretty freaking ridiculous, I must say. For the boss monsters, we do play the 1 Quatless. It doesn't really come up too much, but a lot of times I do like to end on this if I'm going first, as well as like a Dolka. Just for protection from, like Lightning Storm or, any other spell card, barring Dark Ruler No More. Dark Ruler No More absolutely wrecks this deck because it turns off everything, and I don't really have a response to it. So yeah, I do like to end on Quatless a lot, especially when I'm going first. If I'm going second, I definitely try to bring out this bad boy as fast as humanly possible because it's everyone's favorite card, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. This card is stupid. Why? This card just absolutely just runs through anything. I do really like this card. I do have a lot of favorite cards, as you have noticed. But yeah, this card is stupid, I must say. Now on to the 1-ofs. Like I told you before, we do play the 1 Pankratops. Unfortunately, it is at 1. Even though it's at 1, honestly, I would only play 1 in the main deck and then probably side 2 or 1 other one or whatever it was if it was at 3 or 2. Just the 1 in the main deck is fine, and then once we get into games 2 and 3, potentially side in more or take it out altogether. Probably not, though. we do have the one Giant Rex. This is only play it at 1. I've contemplated putting it at 2, just because, you know, like if I have an extra one in hand, I can still use its effect, Quatless effect, to pop a dinosaur in my hand as well as on the field, and I could just pop the extra Rex, send it to the graveyard. For that way, say I hard drew a conductor, I can just banish it, and then a normal and Oviraptor, and then I got a free rank 4 plus a conductor. But one is definitely more than sufficient. You're really not in the whole grind game thing. It's just you're trying to OTK as quickly as possible. Barrier Statue of the Strong Winds. This card is stupid. You basically lock your opponent in the wind, and unfortunately you're locked in the wind too. But as you can see, it is a level 4, and you literally have to draw one of your many level 4s in this deck. You just normal that. Say it's Oviraptor, you get to search something, go into Tornado, which I play in an extra deck, and you'll see later. And boom, you're out of the wind lock, and you can continue to play and potentially break your opponent's board and try to kill them. Onto the hand traps. I only play the 3 Ash for the monster hand traps. This is pretty generic, you know, like everybody loves to play Ash. There's not really anything else you would want to play in here, just simply because I don't really see a need for any other hand traps aside from the next one, which is Infinite Impermanence. Play 3 of those. It's really good to you know, lock out like your opponent's Appaloosa, so they go first and make an Appaloosa. Appaloosa absolutely wrecks me. If they negate Miscellaneousaurus, then because the first effect is fine, but the banish effect, Appaloosa can negate because the first effect only protects on the field, which is pretty stupid. But yeah, so this it also turns off like say Winda. Winda is absolutely atrocious for this deck because all we do is special summon. But yeah, onto the spells. Of course, the 3 Rhoda of Dinos. Fossil Dig. This card is probably going to go to 1. But yeah, it's basically a free Oviraptor or a free Miscellaneous, which you do want to get into Miscellaneous. Or if, say, you draw Miscellaneous, but you don't draw a baby, but you draw this, that's still full combo. Because you pitch Miscellaneous and activate this, search the baby, and you can still go off from there. So it's actually ridiculous. 3 Call by the Grave. You do want to maximize on this just because hand traps just wreck us a lot. With the exception of Nibiru. Nibiru is okay as long as you open Miscellaneous, of course. But aside from that, if they Ash Miscellaneous, if they Ash Oviraptor or the baby, your turn's over, pretty much. Unless you have an extender in your hand, your turn's basically done. Let's see. I'm trying out 3 Cosmic Cyclone. These were Lightning Storms, but a lot of times, like this deck is mainly built to go first. If you go second, Lightning Storm is great because you don't have any face-up cards in the field. It's an absolute blowout card. Say you're going first and you draw 5 cards. You have a Lightning Storm in hand, and your other 4 cards are they're okay. Just the Lightning Storm could have been like a baby or a Miscellaneous to really get your combo going, and then by the time you do your combo, if you do have the pieces in your hand, then Lightning Storm's dead unless your opponent wipes your board. And by then, usually if they wipe your board, that's game, and then you go into game 2 or game 3. So I am testing out Cyclone. I'm honestly torn between Cyclone and Twin Twister just because Twister, you can pop 2 and you can pitch something to the grave for fodder for Conductor or Pill or what have you, you know. But I like Cyclone a lot better so far. But who knows? We can, whenever we can resume play again, whenever this whole pandemic stuff is over, I will definitely be testing this way more. But as of right now, I do like this a lot. We do have the 2 double evolution pill. There's no need to play 3. I only play 2 simply because, like, you do the 1 for, like, if you're going first, you do the 1 for what I like to do. You bring up the Quatless during your end board, and then say you don't have any other dinosaurs in your hand that you want to pop, or any monster cards in your hand you want to pop around the field. You can just pop Quatless itself, and Quatless will trigger and add you the other pill, right? And then your opponent passes turn or whatever. You draw for turn, you activate pill, bring out conductor, do your whole shenanigans, and you can potentially OTK for game because of conductor, and you're able to bring it out with pill. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I do really like pill at 2. I see no reason to play it at 3. We only have 2 Lost World. You could still do combo with this. It's a little more tedious. However, I don't really see the need to play it at 3 because you can play without it and still have the board. And also, if you draw multiples of this, it really does nothing for you. So I really like it at 2. It gives your opponent a token when you bring out a dino. And so you're going first and you have this. You normal... or you bring out the Animador and Archosaur, and you give your opponent a token. It turns off Impermanence. It doesn't, unfortunately, turn off Nibiru, so still be wary about that. But you're still in the miscellaneous, so it really shouldn't affect you too much. So, yeah, just 2 is fine. It is sufficient for me. And, of course, the last card is Upstart Goblin. Just to make it a 39-card deck. You know, I'm a big fan of... 39 plus Upstart equals 40, help the consistency a little bit. Again, like, this is all up to personal preference. This is just, a core for y'all to work with and finagle with. If you have any suggestions, definitely let me know down in the comments. But so far, this is the build that I really like. Let's go off to the extra deck. For the big bosses, the 1 Borosword for game. For whatever reason, you are in the long game and you burn through 2 conductors, your Quatless or whatever, you could still make Borosword and, OTK for game. It's really stupid. I do like this card a lot. However, it is unfair in some instances. The new guy from Dual Overload, this is the way to bring out your barrier statue at the end phase, barring your opponent doing a impermanence or veiler, which happens a lot depending on your matchup. Other than that, like, I like it. I mean, you can also use this for the whole Union Carrier to bring out Miss Valley Thunderbird, I think it is, and then you can bring out Apex Avion at the end phase. And you can do the whole, infinite negate combo. However, if you do that, then you lose the protection ability that you have from the Dolka with Nibiru. Because if your opponent Nibiru's you when you bring out the Samorg, you don't have the lock. The wind lock it's better than the infinite negate combo, I believe. So moving on, we have Reaperdocus. This is just the way to turbo out this guy, because you move this up here to the extra monster zone when you're link climbing and all that. And you'll have a baby here or some sort of fodder that you can use to change to a winged beast with this effect. And you can link away into this and have this up here instead. You got the Nightmare Phoenix, just standard, back row removal or what have you, link to go into. Phoenix hasn't really come up too much. I've considered cutting it. Honestly, I don't know what to put in place of Phoenix. I thought about Masquerena, but then I would potentially have to run Unicorn, and I don't really see a need for that because normally I'm not going to end on, say, some more Barrier Statue, Masquerena, Conductor, or Quatless, or Dolka, you know. So that's just mid-game. You know, if you have a problematic card, you can link into that and get rid of it. Underclock Taker, it's a decent way to get over big boys that are over Conductor. Like, say, if you side Nibiru in this deck and you Nibiru your opponent and their token is like 8,000 to 9,000 points or some ridiculous number that is stronger than Conductor, you can go into this, have Conductor underneath where it points to, and then use this effect, target the problematic monster, have it lose 3,500 attack, and then crash over it with Conductor. Hasn't really come up too much, but I do want to have the versatility of being able to get over big bodied monsters. Not that there's really anything bigger than 3,500 beats Dick Notice Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. We have the Penis deck. I like to do this sometimes too. It's kind of the same concept as this, except for you make Conductor under this, and you know how Conductor can attack every monster once. Instead of using its effect to send it to the grave, especially if you know what the opponent's monster is, you can just crash into it, and this does whatever monster it's pointing to does piercing, so you can just crash into everything and potentially have game if you have another monster on the board as well as this and Conductor. Link ones, you have Relinquish Anima, Secure Gardener, and Linkuriboh. I do side the Dogoran Kaiju in the side deck. I don't have a side deck built. I can do that in another video. So basically, if your opponent has a problematic monster that you want to get rid of, you just Kaiju over it, but make sure, say, Anima's here, make sure you want to have it up in front of Anima, on either side. And then once you're done with that, then you can just, link into Reaperdocus, and that monster goes away because it was an equipped monster, so it goes to the grave, and your opponent basically loses a monster. Secure Gardener is just another fodder for, so in the midst of the combo, you're gonna go Linkuriboh to get rid of your Argosaur, right? And then you can link Kuriboh away for Secure Gardener, and then you can do a Secure Gardener away with another monster into the Reaperdocus, so that way you have Secure Gardener and Linkuriboh in your grave. So if for some reason that you end on Animador and Archosaur, and you need a way to get it off the field, you still have Linkuriboh in the grave, so you can just use Kuriboh's effect in the grave, and Secure Gardener is banished instead off of the pill. Alright, moving on to XYZ. Just one Logia. I like to have it in just in case I drew Quatless, or I've already used Quatless. This is another way to protect against Lightning Storm, or just put everything in defense. I'm not a fan of that. I just say, you know what, go for it. If you have it, you have it. But at the same time, I would like to have the protection from it should it arise, Like I said, we only play the one Dolka. I've considered playing two. I do like the one for now, though, because I'm not really in the long game. It's usually a 1-2 punch for this deck. For me, it's really good. It's like I said, you end on it before you go into some more, so that way you can negate Nibiru if your opponent tries to Nibiru you, and so on and so forth. Like I said, the one Tornado Dragon, just for the simple fact of it's a wind, and if you have the Barrier Statue lock and your opponent cannot get out of that, and you draw a level 4, you can normal whatever level 4 it is, make this because it's still a wind, and then you're out of the wind lock, and then you can continue to go and play and potentially kill your opponent. Exciton Knight, it's really good. I honestly have not made it in this deck, but I feel like it is needed against, say, like Altergeist, since Altergeist came back with multi-faker at 3. I do want to have that versatility of where I can nuke the entire board. And say you have Exciton Knight as well as a baby on the field for whatever reason. It blows up the board, and then you can kind of combo off a little bit, but not too much. You know, because baby was destroyed by a card effect, so you can special summon. Normally bring out Oviraptor and then just kind of go from there. You got number 60. This card is ridiculous. It's a free draw 2. It's a double conductor. So a couple times I've made the Pentastag up here with conductor here, and I've had two level 4s to make him detach the 2 double conductor and then swing into everything for game. It's ridiculous. The draw 2 I really don't use that much. It's more of, hey, I'm gonna go kill you. I have conductor. Let me detach 2 and double, and good game. And then of course the one Abyss Dweller. All right, guys. Well, that's the deck profile. Like I said, if we get to 15 likes, since we're just starting out on this YouTube channel, if we get to 15 likes, I will do a combo video for you guys and show you kind of some of the end boards that we can end on, and so on and so forth. Once again, thank you for watching. If you really liked the video, consider liking, subscribing, and leave a comment down below. What do you think of this deck? Is there anything that you would change? If there is, tell me what it is. Let me know. All right. Well, until next time, guys. Thanks for watching. It's your move.